Welcome back to the show. If you are looking to change perhaps professions or perhaps change industries, and you have this sort of sense that you're overwhelmed because you want to make a change, you just don't know how to go about doing it, well, my next guest can help you with just that. I'm joined by Angela Chan, career expert and author of The Squiggly Line Career, which you brought some copies here. I think we have the book cover to show as well. And we're going to talk about the book, but to start off, I wanted you to share, because you'd sent some statistics, and Canadians are obviously thinking about this very subject that I just mentioned. What are the stats, Angela?
Yeah, so 35% of Canadians have said that they have changed careers in their lifetime, and about another 38% recently polled said that they're thinking about changing careers. And so this is a conversation that's always going on in people's heads about changing careers.
Right, and I mean, You've learned a lot of different skills, right? No matter what career you're in at that very moment. Do you think a lot of people struggle with trying to figure out how those skills might fit in that new industry, in that new profession?
They do. Sometimes when people are thinking of changing, they don't even know where to start. Some of them are easy, right? You might be working as an accountant and say you want to go into social work. You think, okay, I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to get my degree, so I have an idea. Some people have no idea what they want to do. They know they want to do something different, but they're not sure. And what I normally say is take a look at what you've done in your career so far, hobbies, sports, volunteering, and make a list of all of the skills that you use to do that work. Not necessarily the tasks that you do, but the skills.
Right.
Because all of that is transferable to other jobs, and people forget about that.
Yeah, 100%. Let's talk about the book, because obviously you talk about this very subject in the book, but The Squiggly Line Career, what do you mean by that? What does this title mean to people at home?
So some people have a career that's extremely linear. You start, let's say, as a junior accountant, and then a senior accountant, and then a manager of accountants, and
Right.
the vice president of the accounting group. That's a very linear path. A squiggly line career is somebody who can change professions or change industries. So you might have been a sales clerk, and then you were in finance, and then you went into marketing, and then you went into IT, and then you went back into sales. And so it's somebody who changes and moves around, either because of interest, because of life circumstances, because they are bored, or for whatever reason.
What traits then make somebody that's in this squiggly line career? What traits makes them successful in that?
Somebody who wants to switch around professions and industries, for sure the traits are learning agility, so your ability to figure things out, growth mindset, knowing that you're going to keep learning, that not everything you know isn't just in your head and you're done.
Right.
Emotional intelligence, so being able to understand your emotions and how you relate to other people. A positive attitude and an outlook. And by the way, these are not just traits for squiggly line careers. These are traits for any good employee, right?
Right.
You want people who've got those traits because that's what makes them successful.
So when you and I know as somebody that, as an actor going to auditions, I know what rejection's like, and it can be difficult, right? And I think it probably holds a lot of people back, Angela, from changing careers because of that rejection. How do you handle that rejection, especially because if you're changing careers, you don't have necessarily experience within that field yet, right?
Well, rejection holds so many people back. First of all, if you are looking to change careers and you're applying and people are turning you down, ask for feedback. Ask them what it is you might be missing either on your resume or in your interview that you're not showcasing that is causing the rejection. Feedback is important,
right.
And that goes with that growth mindset, right? What are you learning about yourself that can make a difference? The other thing is take a step back and maybe work with a career expert or somebody who can help you with your resume to say, how are you translating your skills on that resume to make it easy for the recruiter to hire you. What you want to do is you want to remove obstacles for people to say yes. You want to get them saying yes to you for sure.
Well, how do you know it's the right time? Right? Maybe you've been thinking about it, but you're like, oh, I like the security, and I don't necessarily want to lose that security, right? I mean, how in your mind do you figure out, okay, now's the right time. I'm in a right place in life.
I usually counsel people to ask themselves 3 questions. First of all, are they still having fun at work? Do they like their coworkers? Do they like their boss? Are they still learning something? So there's still more to do in the role or in the company that they're in right now. And are they contributing? Does the work that they do in their current job, does it matter to anybody? And so if the answer is yes to that, maybe you should stay a little bit longer. If the answer is no, and or You dread going to work in the morning. You can't. You're like, oh gosh, I can't. I don't want to go to work. You're being left out of important meetings or important decisions, or your company's going through a round of layoffs or downsizing. Those might be signs that it's time to go.
I'm happy to say that all three of those things I am still in. If management's watching, I'm still excited. I have a great job, right? Because I learn each and every day. I mean, that to me is so incredibly important, right? Because I get to sit across from people like you and learn about your particular expertise. What if you want to stay with the company? I love my company, I want to stay, but I don't necessarily want to stay in this position. How do I go about doing that?
So what I would recommend is, first of all, if your organization has a human resources department, reach out to them and talk to your manager and let them know that. Say, I've been with this company for X number of years, I've been doing this work, I'd like to do something different. I'd like to maybe do a job shadow in this department. Maybe you're in marketing, you want to go into finance. Say, I'd like to do a job shadow and see if I might like it. Here's my strengths, here's what I'm really good at. HR, maybe you can help me figure out where my next step is to go. Don't underestimate the value of a great human resources department in helping you figure out where you want to go.
Yeah, that's interesting. Do you find that a lot of employees don't take advantage of their HR departments?
It's true, because they think that human resources is only there to fire somebody. So they see human resources coming in the room and they're like, oh no, human resources. But human resources professionals, good ones, are a fantastic source, a valuable source of information. They are a great resource. They will help you hone your skills. They will guide you towards what courses you might want to take if you're lacking in some strength or some knowledge. And they will advocate for you, assuming that you're a good employee in your career, to help you find that next role.
Hey, where can people pick up a copy of this great book, by the way?
Amazon, Indigo, any good fine retailer, you can find it everywhere.
Excellent. Angela, really appreciate the time as usual. Thank you so much. Great advice. If you're looking at changing careers, as we said, it can be overwhelming. So why don't you pick up a great book that can help you through it, or reach out to a career expert like Angela. We'll be back with more Daytime right after this. Don't go anywhere.